we may get some rain today, but it's probably not going to compare to the storm that rocked Albuquerque Friday night. Remember, much of the Duke City is still drying out from all of that.
And if you missed the storm, you will probably hear about it today. Watch this. Well, as you can see, the rain hit downtown Albuquerque fast, causing a lot of damage, actually. Drivers plowed right into floodwaters on Central, and businesses weren't safe either. Many suffered water damage. And take a look at what the water did here at Edith and Lomas on Friday. When it's all said and done, parts of Albuquerque saw more than 2.5 inches of rain in just a couple of hours. You know, the storm certainly caused a lot of people off guard, but it's not the first time a storm like this has hit the Duke City. No, in fact, the city of Albuquerque made some changes to cut down on flooding after the same thing happened back in 2006. But did they work? A retention pond was built at Lomas and Broadway back in 2007 to ease flooding near downtown, but on Friday it could only hold so much rain.
There was so much pressure in that line that we did pop a few manholes, and it took some asphalt with it.
One of those manhole covers is here at Martin Luther King and Broadway. The damage closed the road through most of the weekend. Now take a look at this at 5:33. It's a live look at Broadway and MLK. One lane in each direction is now open. As you can see, the city still has a lot of work to do out there. So again, even though one lane in each direction is open, still a good idea to avoid this area if you can. Happening now, we now know President Obama is expected to decide how to deal with the immigration crisis by the end of the summer. Senior White House advisor Dan Pfeiffer says the reports of the president delaying the deportation of millions of immigrants is just speculation. Mr. Pfeiffer says the White House is waiting for recommendations from Attorney General Eric Holder and Homeland Security Secretary Eric J. before making any decisions. An Albuquerque charter school is now under the microscope of federal investigators. The FBI raided the school on Friday after allegations surfaced about money meant for classrooms and students at Southwest Learning Center. Now, they learned that money may be stolen. The state has been looking into this charter school since the beginning of the year. The state auditor tells us his office had to call in the feds.
We only work with law enforcement when we've confirmed that the risks are legitimate, and certainly in this instance we thought it was appropriate for us to refer key information.
State Auditor Hector Valderas says that after months of peering into the finances of the Albuquerque charter schools, Southwest Learning Center in the Heights and Sam's Academy out at Double Eagle Airport, it was evident the FBI needed to take a look at it as well. The state auditor wouldn't give specifics, but sources told us that the federal investigation surrounds fraud and embezzlement allegations involving thousands of state and federal dollars. The state auditor expects his audit to be finished soon. At 5:35, a grandmother in Albuquerque got a phone call so convincing she just about fell for it after the caller pretended to be one of her loved ones in trouble.
Hello?
The woman says she got the call last week from someone claiming to be her grandson. He told her he was in Las Vegas, Nevada, in jail after getting into a drinking and driving crash. But the woman says her grandson lives in New York. After speaking to the man and another man claiming to be a public defender, they wanted her to send $1,300 to get him out of jail. She thought something about this was a little fishy, so she called her daughter, who got a hold of the real grandson. He was in New York, not in a jail in Sin City.
A lot of elderly people love their grandchildren, and they would do it in a minute.
We went and asked Albuquerque police if they had heard about this type of scheme before and said they hadn't, but they say con artists are constantly coming up with new ways to try to rip you off, and they tend to target the elderly. Their advice, if you get a suspicious call, just hang up. The city of Albuquerque and the Navajo Nation are trying to help homeless Native Americans. Officials say a task force is in the works. This stems from the gruesome beating deaths of 2 homeless Navajo men in Albuquerque last month. 3 teenagers have been arrested and charged for the murders. Now community officials are coming together to try and provide them with more resources that they need to work together with them to help get them off the streets. Well, Well, did you take advantage of the tax-free weekend here in New Mexico? If not, don't fret. You do have to start paying tax again today, but some stores, including Walmart, Kohl's, and more, are providing extra savings during a Cyber Monday special. So get out there and go get the most for your money. And if you didn't get a chance to donate school supplies to less fortunate kids in Albuquerque this weekend, you'll have another chance next weekend. It's all with the Fill the Bus campaign. It gives needy kids the supplies and clothes they need to go back to school. Walmart, the APS Community Clothing Bank, and APS Education Foundation are teaming up for the drive. On Friday, buses were set up at 3 different Walmarts here in Albuquerque where folks could drop off clothes and school supplies.
That's a huge need. So the families with 1 or 2 or 3 kids in the family, so it's a huge amount of money for them to afford all the articles that the school is requesting.
APS still needs more donations. You'll look for buses at Walmarts in town this weekend. Well, he served Albuquerque hot food and a warm hug. A lot of hugs, and now he's giving some of that to President Obama, too.
That's right. We first told you about this story on Friday when we got a chance to see the video of Tim Harris hugging President Obama. Well, we also got a chance to speak with Tim. Tim owns Tim's Place, an eatery in Northwest Albuquerque. He was a guest at a dinner last week in Washington to celebrate the Special Olympics. And looky here. It was there that Tim gave the president one of his famous hugs.
It felt really awesome. He wanted that hug because his job is stressful. And the hug says it all.
Presidents need some encouragement once in a while, too. That felt really good.
Brilliant, Tim. We love you. He says that he also got a chance, by the way, to meet Katy Perry, Jordan Sparks, and Stevie Wonder at the White House. Not too bad. And in case you're wondering, yes, he hugged them too.